Oh! What's up, YouTube? Today we have a fun custom project from my good friend Gravity. He's a well-known breakdancer, and this weekend he has a big tournament in Chile. So of course he asked me to do some customs for him. Super short notice. I only have a few days to do so. The problem is though, he wants some ankle support in this area. That's something I've never done before. With only a few days to do so, I gotta do some testing and get him done. So without further ado, let's get it started. Now I'm sure you guys are wondering, why are we working with a P6000? Gravity needs something comfortable and something sleek. These are perfect for the job. First, we're gonna do some deconstruction and do some prepping. We gotta remove some labels on the tongue and prep the entire leather with some acetone and cotton balls. Leather's all prepped. Now with an X-Acto knife, let's cut off the branding on the tongue. We'll come back to the tongues later. Next, let's do some taping. Tape job is solid. Now I want to lay down some gold paint with the airbrush. Alright, so we got the gold paint down. What I'm doing right now is taping everything off but these strips on both sides so we can lay down some red paint. Red is down. Let's go ahead and remove the tape so we can move on to the next section of painting. Tape job is complete. Now we're gonna lay down a gold base coat to cover up all the black, and then we'll finish it off with some red. Red paint looks great. We're gonna take a break from the paint job and move on to the hardest part about this whole custom, the extra ankle support. Off camera, I created this piece that we're gonna recreate. It's not exactly perfect, but it's gonna do the job once we perfect it. To create this piece, we're gonna need a few different things. Some red leather, some foam from the insides, some black material for the sock liner, some scissors, some glue, and a heat removable pen. The piece of paper is to create our pattern. That's the shape of this leather. We already did that off camera. It's fully cut out. We're gonna lay this down on the leather, cut it out, and do the same thing for the insides. Step one is complete. We got the leather cut out. It's a nice shape. Now we have to back this leather up so it's not as flimsy. For this, we're gonna be using some canvas material. We're gonna go outside, spray the glue on the canvas, place the leather directly on it, then we'll come back and cut the excess. Leather's backed up. It's a lot more firm. Next, we're gonna spray some adhesion glue outside on the interior foam. This is just the first piece. Interior foam is glued onto the leather. As you can see on the bottom piece, I did not put any foam. It doesn't need it. However, in the top area where the ankle is, needs an extra layer of foam. I went ahead and created a new pattern piece. This is gonna be for the additional support on the ankle area. Now we gotta stick these two together before we stick this on to the main piece. Foam is in place, now we're onto the sock liner. For this, we're gonna be using some black mesh material, some nice thin stuff. We got our clamps. Simply what we're gonna do is attach it onto this part, go to the post bed, and add our stitch line right along the edge of the red. Liners are stitched on. As you can see, we just did that top edge. We still have to go in and cut off the excess material on the top. After that, we'll go outside, spray some more glue onto this area before we flip the sock liner over. All right, last step for the sock liner process, we gotta lock in the sock liner. We're gonna go in and stitch the sides and the bottom real quick. Ankle support is fully created. We still have to attach it onto the shoes, but we're gonna take a quick break from that. Next, we're gonna cut out some vinyl. We're gonna cut out his logo and the word Gravity. It's gonna go on the tongue and the back. Let's cut it out using the Cricut. Vinyl is ready to go. Before we heat press it onto the material, we gotta cut out some new tongue tags. We're gonna use the original pattern piece. We're gonna lay it down on this shiny gold leather. We're gonna trace it out and then we'll cut it. After that, we'll heat press the Gravity logo onto the gold leather and the Gravity word on the back of the red. Leather's fully cut out. I want to make it look as close to the original as possible, so on the bottom, we're going to punch out 4 holes. These look beautiful. Now we're going to attach it onto the shoes. First, using a little bit of bark super stick, we'll stick it on, then we'll go back to the post bed and lock it in with some thread. Tongues are complete, they look awesome, and we're back to some more painting. But first, we gotta do some taping. For you guys, it's gonna seem like a few seconds. For me, it's gonna take me a good 20 minutes. Painting is all done. We still have to do some touch-ups, but we'll take care of that later. We're back onto the ankle support area. Before we can sew it in place, we gotta lock it in using some glue. Glue is all cured. Let's go ahead and heat it up so we can stick it inside the shoe. I'm gonna light it up, make sure it's good. I want the gravity to show nicely, so that'll be my center point. For the final details, we gotta take care of these small swooshes. For this, we're gonna be using some Angelus Fire Red and a small angular brush. All right, all that's left to do is to lace these shoes up with some red laces so I can show you all the cool little details and get these in Gravity's hands. All right, everybody, that's gonna bring us to an end on these custom P6000s from my boy Gravity. These are ready for some breakdancing. A lot of work went into this shoe. Originally, I wasn't sure how they were gonna turn out. It was an all black sneaker, but at the end, I'm really happy with how they turned out. The gold pops, the red pops, a couple details that I didn't show on camera. Last night I ended up scraping off all the paint from the stitching. It's one of those things where I know this shoe is gonna be worn heavily during the breakdance competition, and one of the areas that the paint always comes off on is the stitching. I was gonna do some touch-ups, but that was gonna take way too long, and plus it was gonna come off in the long run, so I ended up using my finger and the little small tools to scratch off all the paint. I was very careful about not ruining the actual paint job, and it came off really smooth on the red and the gold. I like the detail, it looks more factory, the black pops off the paint job. Of course, I also added Gravity's logo on the tongue, replaced the material, it's a nice detail, added some red laces, added some gold aglets to give it a nice pop, and the part that makes this whole custom stand out and something I've never done in the past is add extra ankle support, nice red leather with the factory sock liner, extra cushioning on the inside, and of course on the back, Gravity. This is clean, the extra ankle support is not gonna go anywhere, it's fully locked in with some stitching. Now it's time to get these in Gravity's hands, I hope he likes them.
Collaborated with Vick to create these dope kicks. Well, he created these dope kicks, supposedly. I haven't seen them yet, but it's to go kick some ass and get some gold medals out there in Santiago, Chile. So let's see how it goes. This place is huge, and I have not seen these shoes yet, but it's gonna go down. For me, I feel like this is the finishing touch in order for me to really go out there and kill the game. This is the first time I've ever done this, and it's gonna be crazy to be here to do this with Vick at Rejuvenator. My guy, are you seriously wiping down the kicks right now?
Dude, it's gotta be perfect for you, Gravity.
Oh, my guy. Let's see, where are we at? Hold on.
You ready, bro?
I'm
You ready?
All right.
Took me a few days worth of work, man. You better like them.
Vick, you're the man.
All right, bro.
Let's go. Oh, man. You killed these. Yes. Look at this ankle support, bro. This looks
pretty
nuts.
dope, dude. It looks solid. Then I left all the stitching.
This is like exactly what I was talking about.
Dude, you should try them on. See how they fit.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
How's it fit?
So good. These look nuts.
This looks sick, man.
Bro, these look crazy. They literally say Gravity right above it. Let's go. Man, so they feel great.
Feel good?
They feel great.
Honestly, that was the most important part. It looks is all good, bro, but you gotta win the competition with comfort.
No doubt, no doubt. And for me, like, I was most worried was like how this was gonna work. I know this was like the hard request, which was like the ankle support. Because a lot of low tops, man, I could roll my ankles, and with some shoes, like, you don't ever want a flat tire and break it. You don't want to ever lose your shoe. And so, which has happened to me plenty of times. So this was like the one thing that I know is like that extra knot coming off vibe. Yeah, it hugs and protects my ankle, man. So, you know, when they created that Jordan 1, it was red, black, and white back in the day. But the gold, it just symbolizes everything we're fighting for. You know what I'm saying? So this whole Olympic journey, this is what we're aiming for, man. And I feel like you got to carry it with you everywhere you go, you know? So I appreciate it, man.
Bring home the gold, baby.
Yeah, you know it, bro.
That's what's up, man. Good shit, bro.
Thank you so much, guys. I really mean it. So once again, we are out, Santiago, Chile. We're just a few days away from one of the biggest events of my life, and the first time the Olympic platform will ever meet gravity. And when they do, gravity will be there as gravity in his own way from head to toe. And then I'll see y'all in 2024 after the fact. My guy Vic killing the game. We out here, Rejuvenator. Thank you guys for all your support, man. And it's time to make these moves. Come on. Sheesh.